guys, welcome to Flory Models. Here we are on Thursday morning, the 28th of July 2016. As we said yesterday, we've got a couple of days until we've got the actual Flory Models barbecue. This is where all the members come here, they descend upon us, and hopefully we'll make them feel very, very welcome. You can have a go at airbrushing, re-riveting I think we're going to do this year. Going to set up the flight sim if I can get it all rigged up in time on the new system. If not, we'll have to use the old system. And everything else, not to mention Mel's obviously pulling her hair out trying to get ready because we've got a case of 35 people. Anyway, so my plan for today is to really push on with a couple of things I want to do just before we finish. First of all, we spoke about it yesterday, is going to do the proper review for all this stuff. This is the one that UMM have sent us at John in the States. So I'm going to do a proper review of all of that, tidy up a couple of little bits and pieces before you guys all spot them. On the 190 to make sure all that is nice. Over on the other side of the studio, you can probably see we are well, as I say, I still really don't know. No, I just it's one of those things. From a practicality point of view, there's no point having two computers side by side down here. The new one is going to be fully capable of doing everything we need to do. Originally I was going to have one running sort of doing the streaming YouTube things and the other one doing the capturing and things like that. To be honest, I did a bit of testing yesterday and it's fine, and at the moment I'm still shoving over files. There we go, that's another one done. From one computer to the other, that's actually what it's doing at the moment. So we're just trying to transfer everything across to the new one. To be honest, I did a lot of testing with it last night and it's running like a dream. I had Skype running, we had the XSplit video software going, we had all the capture stuff all going, and it wasn't even using 50% of the cards or anything else like that, sorry, the chips or anything else. And temperatures were very cool, so we have no problem with that with the new water cooling. So it just, I think that computer, the green one, is going to go upstairs into the office upstairs, and we're going to get that sorted out. But as you can see, excuse the AK, that's an airsoft one by the way, I've got to get everything tidied up and cleared, as you can see, all round here, ready for obviously the weekend. What's going to happen is the guys are coming down. I can sit over here now, we're doing different chairs everywhere. Okay, the guys are going to come down tomorrow morning. Literally, they're going to be down around about 9:10. So I've got Steve coming down, obviously a couple of the guys from the Northern Fob. So we're going to be doing vlogging all day tomorrow with it. Hopefully we can do a little bit of filming, I'm thinking, everything else like that. Then we're out for dinner, obviously I'll take the camera with us, and then obviously Saturday is going to be a complete all on, because in the morning we've got the live show, in the afternoon we've got the barbecue, and somewhere in between we've got to make all this work. So we've still got lots and lots of bits and pieces to do. So today is going to be a case of clearing everything out, getting everything sorted ready for tomorrow so it's nice and clean, spick and span everywhere, and then obviously we can do a little bit of filming work tomorrow and things like that. Thank you very much for the feedback on yesterday's thing about the vibe. You know, again, it's one of those things, I want to take my time setting it up. I'd love to have it all set up here for the weekend, but some of you guys have given me some amazing feedback, and you've given me some great recommendations and little tips and tweaks to do with it. And it's one of those things, like you've all said, take your time, set it up correctly. So I'm not going to have time to do it this weekend, but next week I will get it all set up and everything else. I'm going to show you complete about me setting it up, and then obviously, just like I do everything else, I'll give you an honest review on what I think, if it's worth it. It's a lot of money, it's 600 quid. But at the end of the day, I think, you know, it's, for me, with my flight simming and everything else like that, I can see it being a definite, you know, bonus point to it and bringing that next level of realism to it and everything else. And then you guys can obviously see about flight simming. If you've never done flight simming before and bits and pieces, then you might want to have a look at DCS, and I'll take you through that and everything else. Just shows you another side of what I get up to in my spare time when I get 5 minutes. But I'll be honest with you, I haven't actually flown flight sim, I was in DCS for probably 3 months. So excuse me if I'm a bit rusty trying to fly a helicopter and all the rest of it, because it can be a little bit of a handful. So anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start clearing in here as my first job this morning. We're going to go through that one, and then what I'm going to do is obviously we're going to do the review for the UMM stuff, for doing the actual punch sets and the various things. I can show you in detail, show you Rosie the Riveter, the different lines. I'm going to get some plastic cardon with the wash on there so you can see exactly how it works. As soon as that's done, that's all going to be cleared away, and then we can move through. And to be honest, I've got to do the office upstairs, so I need to get that one completely clear, because that's just full of boxes and junk and rubbish and everything else like that. As I mentioned yesterday, all the medals have gone out now, barring a handful, because you guys are obviously coming here at the weekend. So I've got your medals right here. They're behind the camera over there. So don't panic about that. But if you don't get your medal in around about 2 weeks, then hit me up with a PM on the site and we can chase up. I have got 5 leftover spare. I know the system's worked well because I actually ordered 180 and we got 5 over, so I know we're correct, okay, on the things like that. So hopefully, fingers crossed, everyone will get their medal, no problems. But if you do have a problem, please let me know, because in the past some people have said, oh, I never got my medal, and I didn't know, and I feel gutted about that. So what we have to do then is go off and get more medals done, and because it's like just 1s or 2s, it's about a tenner a medal. But obviously I want you to have the medal. You've earned it, you've deserved it, and I don't care what it actually costs to get it to you. So that's the point. So if you don't get it, hit me up. I have got spares this time and we can get you sorted just like that. So right, let's get on with the review. Okay, so productive morning. To be honest, it's 2:30. Really been pushing on. As you can see down here, you're going to get this one a little bit later, but we've been looking at all the UMM stuff, and I don't know how well the camera works this one. It might be even better than the other one, really. But you can see the difference in, you know, to try and do riveting like this by hand is just never going to work, is it? But these are absolutely done fantastically, and that is these guys. And yeah, like I explained in the thing, they are a horrendous amount of money, but you know, I think it's well worth it in the long run. Studio looking a little bit tidier. I've started going around it, doing all the bits and pieces, everything else like that, as we can see just down all around here. So it's starting to take shape. I think a couple more hours of doing that. One thing, well, 2 things I want to show you. Firstly is this has literally just turned up. This is my chair that should have been here 2 weeks ago, and I cancelled the order and had a full refund on it. And now it's turned up, unless somebody else has sent me one, which I don't think they have. And obviously we can hear the rain. Typical. Let's hope this rain doesn't hang around too long. Right, just wanted to show you this. The food is in for the barbecue. Apparently Mel said we had to have some of this green stuff around, but I'm not sure about that. But there's the food, and there's the other bit of food. And trust me guys, don't panic. The alcohol is going to go in a massive ice container that I've got, which is then going to be chilling that way, okay, and doing it all like that, so don't panic. So I've got literally, I think, another, I don't know, probably hour in here, okay, and then what I'm going to do is move upstairs, going to completely do the office, completely gut that, get all those bits and pieces done. But as I said, it's just one of those days, just trying to get everything ready. And it's the thing with when you're running a studio like this, because obviously I run it and I get loads of rubbish and I push it out of the way. It is that bad. It is like the old student flat syndrome, and that is me to a T. So in some ways it's quite nice doing this, because I'm going around getting rid of all the rubbish, all the junk I don't use. Some of the kits that are just lying around here that I just can't find a home for, they now have a home. I've been through my drawers, tidied them out, so obviously I had a pile of tools growing here, sorted them out. So in some ways it's quite a nice sort of deep cleanse with all of this, because obviously all the camera equipment's going to have to move, because obviously when we've got all the guys in here and everything else like that. So what I'm probably going to do is do like this as a vlogging style, say today, tomorrow, and then obviously Saturday morning we'll have the proper cameras all set up, and then obviously it'll be vlogging throughout the day, and then Monday put it all back together, and it can turn into a complete mess again. But generally we are getting there. I did find the missing set. Don't forget, join us live Saturday morning. Going to keep saying about it. 9 in the morning until around about 11. We're going to be live. Going to have all the guys down here from the Northern Fob and everything. So coming down tomorrow. So they're going to be live with us on Saturday. We're going to give this away. We're going to give away some sanding gear, some washing gear, some polo tops, some shirt. You name it. We're going to chuck it away. Okay. So it's going to be a real fun weekend. Lots of laughs, lots of giggles, and lots of prizes for you to get involved with, and everything else like that. So. Right, starting to get hot now, starting to rain, but it's definitely getting warmer. So Mel, to be honest, is out shopping, buying more stuff, because then she turns around and says we need this, this and this, so she's had to disappear and go off and get those bits. So it's a bit like Telford for us. Obviously when we do Telford the show, it's just like, we don't just turn up. It might look like it, it's that swan syndrome. Very calm on the surface, peddling like hell underneath. And it's like 3 weeks build up to Telford to get it all ready, the stock, all the equipment we need, obviously everything just to turn up there for 2 days. This is very reminiscent of it, because this has been planned out throughout the week. We've been slowly building up speed, and today, literally as of lunchtime, I finished off the editing for this little lot for all the UMM stuff, and now we're actually going to be pulling in, getting everything ripped out, cleaning this out, going through all the bits and pieces, so when you guys come here, we're a swan again, and just paddling along, gliding across the water, when quite frankly for the last 2 days we've been paddling like hell underneath. So there we go guys, I'll catch you tonight. Okay, so as you can see, a really busy day today. Really been pushing on, to be honest. I've still got to do the office upstairs, which I will show you tomorrow. I heard from the guys, they're all really excited about being down with us tomorrow. Cooking in here today, literally, it's just so hot. So up on the site now, obviously we've got the Rosie the Riveter and all the other tools from UMM is ready to see now. And to be honest, as you can see over there, seeing as we're using the vloggy cam, you can see the video is going on at the moment. Now the other thing, that turned up this afternoon. Not sure why, but that's a DX Racer chair. So over there, in the corner, I am editing up a review of that said chair. Now, like I mentioned in the actual video on it, what I tend to do is it's going to be like a two-part review, because obviously with a chair like this is horrible. It's just not nice, okay? But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to come back and add another bit onto the end of that review in a couple of months' time when I've worn it in. Because let's face it, all of these chairs are lovely to start with, and then you give them a couple of months and they really start to, you know, become a little bit of a problem. But needless to say, that chair over there is really, really nice. So if I just whiz around here, you guys can see it. As you can hear, apart from when you hit your flights in gear, no noise whatsoever. That's what I like to see. Takes a little bit to get used to, but as you can probably tell from everything, the head place is indifferent, the shoulder. This is like a proper chair, where those other things were 80 quid each, and technically pretty rubbish, not very good at all. But as I say, jury's out on this. This could start squeaking, it could start being a real pain and everything else like that. So I'm not going to start about, well, this thing's brilliant, until I've used it for a good couple of months and just break it in. Again, the fabric's quite tough at the moment. I think once it sort of settles in and everything else like that. Not sure about the lumbar supports though. I know I've got my sciatica at the back, but even that seems a little bit big. But again, it might be something that's going to, over time, push in, soften up, and everything else like that. But we're going to see how good the fabric stands up to life, wear and tear, and everything else like that on there. So tomorrow's going to be a little bit different. Obviously, I've got the guys turning up here first thing in the morning. We do lots of vlogging. Steve's got some kits with him, so I'm going to get Steve to review. He doesn't know this, and I doubt if he's going to watch this tonight, so we can all bug him about it tomorrow. But I'm going to get him on camera, and I'm going to sit here and he can review a kit. So I think it'd be really nice to see somebody else's point of view about a kit, what type of things they're looking for and everything else. Sorry Steve if you are seeing this, I know it's a lot of pressure on you, but I'm going to get you over there to review a kit and all the bits and pieces as we make our way through that. But obviously I'm going to vlog it throughout the day, me and the guys and all the bits and pieces, and then obviously all over the weekend. And then don't forget, as I keep saying, it's Saturday morning, please join us 9 to 11 and we're going to have a right old laugh. Going to give away a shed load of prizes as well. Okay, so that's about it from me. I'm going to crack on with the editing. As I say, you can see this thing about the UMM, really worth going having a look at it, guys. Some amazing tools on that. I have to thank John Wojtek. He sent me some stuff. I ordered, to be honest, all the Rosie the Riveters, and then they've come along and they've done it. Sorry about the noise, we've got a road sweeper. Normally I don't have all the windows open. But there we go. So he sent me some other bits and pieces, so we look at those. The punch set I absolutely love, but the Rosie the Riveter thing, we have a proper look at it this time. And if I fast forward a little bit, we should see, this is live. As you can see down here, this is the punch sets, and then I think it's over here, there we go, too far. But we actually used the, there we go, the actual proper, have a look exactly how the actual riveting wheels, the marks they leave and everything else in gorgeous things. So turn up your resolution on your video playback and everything else right up to 1080 by 50 and you'll get the best possible view in full screen and everything else like that. So that's it from today. I'm going to carry on doing that, carry on cleaning the studio all ready for the morning, and then let the fun begin. And then you get a helicopter coming over. If you guys can hear this,